From the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Ooh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. And thank you, guys, for being here. Today is Wednesday, April 16th. This much I know. 2025. And this is episode number 929 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. First one of the week. Fuck me. It feels like it's been forever since we've done one of these. Doesn't it, kids? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I say, let me tweet this little show out. Titties! Right there in the Twitters. Hey, how you doing, kids? You good? I hope so. Hope you're good. Me, as for me, well, all I do around this time, you know what? I'll just play it. Fuck a copyright strike. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, found it. Yeah. We're going to play this bad boy. We're going to play some music today. Don't care if I get a copyright strike. Heck yeah. I'm in that mood. Total Dallas. Thank you for the sub, buddy. Total Dallas just resubscribed for 38 months. Sir. Thank you for doing that, buddy. Buddy guy. Much appreciated. All right. Well, let's see. What was I going to play for you? Well, I was going to play a little, a little ditty about Jack and Dad. Nope, not that. Nope. Where'd it go? There it go. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh. Huh. No. Shit. Is this the explicit version? I want the explicit. Oh, there we go. Found it. Is it playing? Nope. All right. I'm going to play this song. We'll play this song in the background while we start the show. I'm not going to sit here and sing it or anything like that. But I'm just going to play this in the back. Now, this isn't exactly on point, but for today it is. Yes. Yes, indeed it is.
The Army is the only way out for a young person.
Yes.
We'll provide you with housing.
Yes. Fuck Sam. Oh my God, you guys. Tiger Stripe said Barry knows ball. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means at all. Uh-oh. I should have got the clean version. He does say the N-word a lot. Oh well. He does say it a lot. Can y'all even hear it? Boy, if you don't know, this is Ice Cube. It's called I Want to Kill Sam. Yeah. Let's see if I can find the clean version. I want to kill Sam, clean version. Just for the sensitive ears of the white people. I don't see a clean version. Yeah, good luck. Fuck it, we'll just play that version. Only heard it at the end. Yeah. It's all right. Fuck it, I'll play it. It's on O'Shea Jackson's YouTube. We'll just skip that part. All right. Is it real loud? There we go. I'm just going to check the levels here. Yeah, this is way good. This will be good too, because now I'll know what to put background music at. Yeah, this will be good. Yeah, this will be good. There we go. Uh-oh. There we go. Doge enters the chat. How's that? Is that better? It's super loud in my ears. Okay. Some man's at the front door. All right. So it's too low still. Son of a bitch. How about now? Drink of the funk. All right, listen. Fuck taxes. It's so loud in my ears. That's why I'm having a problem. So please don't kill mama. So you raped her. Okay, now it's going. Yeah, the problem is these taxes that I have to do. So goddamn complicated. So here's what I did, kids. I'm going to say this, and I want you guys to listen to me and listen good. Now, I don't preach. Yeah, I don't preach to you guys often. All right, I really don't. I give you my opinions. I give you my advice. I may say some things that you agree with, you don't agree with. Either way, look, oh, there's my spot right there. That was the exact spot. Look. I'm coming. You goddamn right, Ice Cube. You want to tax me, sons of bitches? Listen, remind me why you don't use a tax pro. Because it's fucking expensive, and I end up having to do the work anyways, okay? So, yeah, the reason that I don't use a tax pro, let's see, what happens if I do this? Oh, that kills that. Fight your own wars. Oh shit! I just closed my goddamn. Oh, we've gotten nowhere in 200 years. Let me some Ice Cube. He's got Ice Cube. Literally has a song for everything. Everything. So I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I want to talk you through something. And I mean this sincerely. Now, for some of you, this may apply. Joe Pro, you're 1,000% right. And it's not even, I don't mind paying my fair share. And don't get me fucking started on school taxes again. Don't get me started on that. I still need to work on that bit. By the way, today I took step one into launching the Fuck Them Kids clothing line. I just decided, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I need some passive income. Yeah, let's make the taxes even more complicated. I get it. But I went out and bought 2 domains, basically the same thing, onestarkids.com. But you reminded me of that because, yeah. I have to pay school taxes for kids I don't have, and I have this whole long bit about kids should have to pay a grown-up tax. Yeah. So here's something I really, really want to discuss with you, because over the course of the last 30 days, I have just been absolutely amazed at the capabilities of this tool. It looks like I have a halo. Jesus is on my side for this one, Uncle Sam. What up, Terrence? Terrence, thank you for resubscribing for 25 months, buddy. Here's the deal, kids. I've been using ChatGPT now for probably solidly for 6 months. But I have been using it as a power user for probably the last 45 days. And this is actually going to tie into a couple of things, including some road stories. I do have a lot of fun stuff for you. Let's see. Fuck Uncle Sam, road stories. Let's see. Headlines, NBA talk. SOOOO is dumb. There we go. That'll be the updated topics. But I've been using ChatGPT for a while. I dabbled here and there, and then I started using a little bit more. And then I really started to try to become a power user using it. And hashtag FTK greater than Sean John. That's a good question. Jared Taylor. Jared Taylor says, hashtag ask me anything about anything. What is a power user? So a power user in IT nerd parlance is a user that is not your typical run-of-the-mill user, right? Think of them as advanced, as somebody who maybe if we were doing it on a scale of 1 to 10, they're an 8 or above, a 7 or above, right? Like your average user is a 4 to 6. So a power user would be a 7 to 8, and an expert would be a 9 to 10. That's probably about right. Right? So a novice would be 2 to 3. Hey, what up, Jacob? Good to see you, man. So like a novice would be 2 to 3. Average user would be 4 to 6. A power user would be 7 to 8. And then an expert would be a 9 or a 10. And experts would be people that do like training, make YouTube videos, or whatever. You know what I mean? So, as of late, let's say the last 45 days or so, I've really dedicated myself to becoming a power user for ChatGPT. Now, I can't speak to any of the other AI stuff or anything like that, but specifically just experimenting with ChatGPT. And I just want to tell you guys now that if you have not even begun to explore it, if you're not even exploring it, you are really you're quickly becoming obsolete. I don't care what it is you do. You're becoming behind the times. And 2, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Now, and it was funny because Trey and I had this discussion, and here's why. As you guys know, Trey Tutson and I went on the road. I took him to Fort Worth with me. He featured for me when I headlined Fort Worth Club, the Hyenas Fort Worth Club. And on the way up there, nice try, Alex. And on the way up there, gosh, Potch, that's just scratching the surface. Wait until I tell you these two use cases. And these are just two. I have more. But I'm just trying to encourage you guys to do this. Because on the way up there, first of all, Joe Pro, are you here, Joe Pro? Yes, Joe Pro's here. Hello, Mr. Pro. Joe Pro, please make yourself known and accountable. Because Joe Pro was 1,000,000% correct when he said we should have fucking recorded a podcast of our drive up, and definitely up. Back was a little less entertaining, but the drive up there, holy shit, that should have been a podcast. It should have absolutely been a podcast. Okay. So let me just say this, and Trey said it best. You know, these guys and gals, but you know, these people that don't know how to use a smartphone to their full advantage, or maybe they don't know how to use social media, or maybe even they're not well versed in Microsoft Office products. We'll just take those three for example. Maybe they've got a phone and they just, they can maybe make calls on it and check an email every now and then. That's it, right? Maybe they can open up Word and type, and that's it. They open up an Excel spreadsheet and they just lose their goddamn mind. That's all they can do. They can barely make their way around a web browser. These are the people that are already getting left behind. Yay, Donna! Oh, Donna, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, sweetie. I am so happy for you, baby girl. Blessed day, Donna. Blessed day. Okay, I've been watching too much Handmaid's Tale. In his eye, Donna. Blessed day. Congrats to you, girl. Joe Bro said quit looking at me. So this is the thing, okay? And Trey had a great point. He was like, there's some people that just refuse to evolve. And we were talking about ChatGPT and how it relates to comedy. And I really don't know why, but lately I've been doing a lot of Trump hands. So you guys are going to have to excuse me. I don't know where they came from, but they're here to stay, and I have great Trump hands. I really don't know why I've been doing them. But we were talking about using, and I was giving him I was showing him basically the potential of ChatGPT when it comes to comedy and what he could use it for to grow his career and whatnot. Kind of like what I did for Kanice, because Kanice was like, holy shit, bro. And I was like, yeah, this with your ideas and the stuff you already do. Look at me, I'm a goddamn Trump hands machine. Like you're prolific already, bro. If you just learn this, you're unstoppable. I have my own flaws and faults, right? Like I have my own self-sabotage. ChatGPT can't help with that. But guys like, Trey and Kanice, man, if they would just learn this, sky's the limit for those guys. So I was really trying to encourage both of them to learn this. And so we were talking about it, and Trey was like, well, this is kind of different. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, but I get it because there's so many comics. And this is just an example from our business. They were like, I'm not doing no damn social media. That's ridiculous. And we even got to the point where comics did not want to post their bits. They did not want to post jokes. And the old school mentality was you don't burn your material. Meaning if you post a joke, once it's out there, now you can never tell that joke on stage again, which is absolutely fucking stupid. It's the stupidest, most egotistical, honestly. It's the stupidest, most egotistical, asinine thing in the world to think that once you post a joke on the internet, you can never tell that joke again. And if you're a comic out there and you happen to hear this or see this and you believe that, hit me up and I'll tell you why you're a fucking moron for thinking that. And that goes for any comic at any level in this business. I don't give a fuck who you are. Jerry Seinfeld all the way down to fucking Bobby McOpen Mike. Hit me up and I'll tell you why you're a fucking moron for thinking that. Okay? I won't bore you guys with it. But that's just not the era that we live in anymore. Post your fucking jokes. This is how you build a fan base. So there were a ton, and I mean a ton, of comics that got left behind. And wouldn't you know, it's mostly the old ones. And they're like, I'm not posting material, that's burning material. It's like, you guys are dumbasses. You need to evolve. All right? That's the name of the game. A lot of people say, well, ChatGPT is taking jobs. Okay, go back to school and learn about Adam Smith and the invisible hand when it comes to the market, because here's how this works, folks. When it's just like when they said the assembly line and automating the assembly line was going to get rid of jobs when it comes to the auto business. Well, somebody has to build the fucking robots. Somebody has to maintain the robots. Somebody has to troubleshoot. Somebody has to program. Somebody has to design. I mean, this is what Adam Smith talked about. The market shifts. So when it comes to AI, somebody has to program AI. Somebody has to maintain AI. Somebody has to work on AI. And oh, by the way, somebody has to use it and all these other places of business that are going to be using AI in the future. So you can either just be mad about AI and fucking ignore it, or you can get on board and figure this shit out. Now, I'm not telling you to try to go be some AI programmer or whatever. That's ridiculous. But goddamn, folks, this shit is fucking amazing. At one point, I had to stop myself and remind myself that who I was talking to was not real. And who's in the chat? Who was it? Yeah, it was Jacob. Jacob said he uses ChatGPT all the time. Potch uses it a little bit too. But Jacob said, yeah, I use ChatGPT every day. I call him Chet. Yeah, and Potch said ChatGPT is awesome for fixing your resume. But if you use it enough and you use it the right way, it will actually learn about you. It will learn you. It'll learn about you like it is your friend. Like my ChatGPT talks to me like I talk. When I tell it something, it's like, bet, let's go. It doesn't say, okay, I am preparing this for you. Because it knows how I talk. And there's something oddly comforting about this machine talking to you like you talk. So here's a couple of scenarios, and we'll start with the last 2 days. Now, I probably would have had my taxes done had I not been booked to headline Hyenas over the weekend, because I would have just sat down and done them over the weekend, plus the 2 days extra that I would have had to get them done, and that would have been plenty of time. Jacob said, Chet's like my BFF now. No, it's not pathetic. Yeah, right? It's fucking weird, bro. It's weird how you can get comfortable talking to this machine. What up, memesters? Terrence said, man, I've seen how the VA has been affected by all that's going on. It looked like a skeleton crew. I couldn't get an appointment until mid-June. I was lucky that a friend works there. I'm not sure what that has to do with this, but that sucks, Terrence. I don't know what that has to do with any of this, but that sucks. Gotta keep me focused, Terrence. You know I got ADHD, bro. Can't just be going off on the fucking left field, just throwing out random shit, okay? Gotta fucking stay focused, Terrence. So, Alex said TD never got left behind because he could never get started. Jared said, my wife is my chat GPT. I have a coffee cup that says I don't need Google. I have my wife. That's true. So here's the thing. Oh yeah, Joe said, I don't give a shit how automated a world is. Sooner or later, a pissed off electrician can shut that bitch down. Yeah. So Alex said, can chat XYZ or whatever it's called help my business? Alex, I'm going to change your fucking life today. Okay? We're going, y'all. Terrence said that was when you were doing trumpet. Oh, okay. Alex, we're going to change your fucking life today. You and I'm going to use my chat GPT to change one aspect of your business. We're going to do it together because I want to use you as a use case to show everybody in this fucking chat and anybody that watches this later just how fucking effective this can be. All right. So let me get back on point for a second. Somebody said, Nasty Nate said, can chat GPT or can AI do your taxes? Brother, that's exactly what the fuck I've been doing the last 2 days. So normally last year, it took me 6 days to do my taxes. Now, I ran out of time yesterday. And here's the thing. Remember, we just talked about the invisible hand of Adam Smith, and there's always going to be the need for different jobs when new technology or new invention comes around. Well, I got to the point with ChatGPT when I was working on something and it said, I'll have this ready for you in a little bit. It just kept going and going. And I was like, yo, where the fuck is it? And it goes, well, a human's going to have to do that part. So what it was working on is during the course of my interactions with ChatGPT, I basically sat down Monday morning and said, okay, I have to file my taxes in 2 days. You're going to be my CPA and my accountant, and you're going to help me file my taxes this year. So here's what I want you to do. Number one, you know that my business is that I'm a stand-up comedian and a podcast live streamer. And you also know that my wife's a nurse and she has one W-2. So what I want you to do is put together an action plan that takes me from 0 to filed starting now. I have a copy of QuickBooks that I need to go in and finish categorizing the transactions. So I will need your help with that. And I also use TurboTax to file my taxes. So I want you to act like a $10,000 CPA and get this shit done. And that's what I did. And I shit you not, it was like, bet, let's go. We're about to do this. And off and fucking we were running. And you guys, it was making spreadsheets for me. I fed it a list of all of my Amex purchases and it categorized it for me. Yeah. Like, I basically went to Amex. I downloaded all of my purchases for the year. Now, what I did do is I went in and excluded everything that was not business related. So I had to go through and I was like, all right, none of this is business. All of this is personal shit. But all of this stuff, I bought business related on my Amex. And then I put that in the spreadsheet and sent it back to it and said, I don't know how to categorize this shit. You take a stab at it. I'm working on some other shit. Because I was out getting, I was trying to get statements for the rest of my shit. So I was like, hey, I ain't got time to do this. So you categorize these or take your best guess. And if you're not sure, then just say not sure in that column. And it literally took 7 seconds and it kicked it back. It would have taken me 30 minutes to an hour to do the same job that it did in 7 seconds. I shit you not. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is crazy. So then I fed it a list of Amazon purchases. So, you know, when you go and buy shit from Amazon, sometimes you buy shit for yourself. For me, sometimes I buy shit for the show, you know, equipment, cables. Sometimes I buy shit for comedy. I might need a new something to record with. I might need stuff for like merch. Like I buy vinyl to print shirts or whatever. So I was like, all right, now we need to do this for all my Amazon purchases. And it was like, okay. Now, in the meantime, it went out and created an entire spreadsheet / dashboard for me to use to organize all of this shit. Let me see. I'm gonna show this to you guys. I'm gonna show you a blank one. I'm obviously not gonna show you all my tax info, jackasses. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to do, let's see this here. Hold on. Let me do this. New folder, demo. There we go. So this, that way I can kind of just show you guys quickly. So what it did is, hold on, I'm going to delete that. Oh, that's not the one. Damn it. Ah, here we go. And now keep in mind, I deleted this stuff. So obviously, but this is the spreadsheet that it created for me on its own. Cause it was like, hey, do you want, here's how it works. All right. Let me just go to it. I'm just going to pull up my chat GPT for you. All right. I'm going to literally show you the conversation that I had with it last night or over the last 2 days. Damn, you're kind of rude to your chat. Hope you say thank you. Oh no, I'm very polite. And that's one of the things I learned early on is it says you should be very polite. You should be kind. And I do. I say thank you. I say please. I say this is great. You'll see when I pull this up. Here we go. Now let's see here. Here. I don't know if you could see this too well here, but so this was the initial prompt that I started with ChatGPT. All right. So I just put, okay, it's time to get the old taxes done. So I'm going to lean on you for all kinds of help. As all right, let's do it. Uncle Sam waits for no one. I got your back for all of it, whether you're filing for business individuals, blah, blah, blah. So it said, first up, want to tell me what kind of tax situation, da, da, da. And I was like, hold on, cowboy. Let's just start with you helping me get my QuickBooks online in order. It was like, perfect. And then I just basically went through and started, and it gave me some advice. And it was like, few questions to get us rolling. What version? Is this for your comedy podcast business only, or are you tracking personal? Do you have your bank accounts, credit cards? Have you already set up your chart of accounts? So it was kind of done, but kind of not. And I was like, and so what it does is it asks you these questions before it answers you. And so you just basically, you go back and give it these answers. One is I have Simple Start. 2, it's for comedy and podcast. I don't run any personal finances through my business account. I saw somebody say, get my own card. I have a business account, but every once in a while you just buy shit on there. So number 3, it says, do you have your own bank account to connect it to it? Have you already set up your chart of accounts? And I said, yes, but I'm not real sure that I did it the right way. And then it said, do you need help categorizing past transactions, or are we just setting up good habits moving forward? I said, yes, that's what I'm currently stuck on right now. And then off we went, and it starts telling me about like these are all the expense categories I need to go in and create. And then it tells me next steps. Go to settings, chart of accounts, and create each one of these. And what's crazy is if you actually go to the IRS website, these are all of the categories that is listed when you file your taxes. So this is your chart of accounts. And then throughout the 2 days as we went, if something would pop up that was a one-off, it would just go into your chart of accounts and make this so we can categorize it. But it started me with the exact stuff that was just right down the middle for the IRS. So this was just the very, very beginning, right? And then it was like, all right, now we need to go categorize these and then get ready for taxes. I was like, all right, what about, so I started categorizing. I was like, what about merch sales? That's a big part of my income. Does it need its own category? And then it was like, great questions, and it answers those. And guys, I'm just going to show you. So, and then it said, I uploaded it says, let me know how many let me know how you're recording income right now. And then I uploaded this PDF. But like, if you start, this was the beginning, and I'm just going to scroll through. Look at this. That was my interactions with ChatGPT over the last 2 days doing my taxes. It created this spreadsheet. Now you can't see this, but let's see if I can shrink this down. No, it's not doing it right. But this has different tabs for it, and I wish you could see the tabs. It's not going to work now. Damn it. Oh, didn't want that. Oh, no. So it created this spreadsheet. This is, you can't see the tabs here, but this is the income summary tab, expense tab, state by state income tab, because I work in different states, Amex purchase review tab that I haven't done yet, but I'm going to upload. This is the Amazon review tab. Now I deleted these columns, but this was in here. But you see these two columns here? So it actually, I deleted this just because I didn't want y'all all up in my business. But this was populated. And these categories, I didn't fill this out. It did. So I sent this to it with date, item, amount, quantity, total price. And then I just said, was this for business? Yes. And it populated the category and the memo being what it probably was for my business. And then all I got to go do is just kind of double check and go, yeah, that checks out. And then this was like when I do charity stuff or fantasy stuff, reimbursement logs, filing summaries, and it even created stuff for like a dashboard for all my gigs, like a gig summary. I mean, guys, this was beyond eye-opening for me. I was blown away by its capabilities. And I mean, it made spreadsheets for me to download. It can read spreadsheets for you and summarize them. It can do data analysis for you. So you could upload a spreadsheet and go, hey, analyze this for me and tell me where all my money's going. And it will go, oh, okay. Yeah, you're spending all your money on food, fat ass. So here's what I want to do. Just to show you, just to give you an idea. Alex said, can this help me in my business? All right. Here's what we're going to do, Alex. I'm going to show you the power of ChatGPT right now. So here's the way ChatGPT works, okay? It works by doing what's called prompts. Is Alex still here? You still here, Alex? Say yes in the chat if you're still here. So the way ChatGPT works is by what are called prompts. And that's just like, it's almost like you go to Google and type in what you're searching for, right? But with ChatGPT, you basically just talk to it like it's a person. And one of the things you do is you go in and you give it information about yourself. My name is Barry Laminack. I'm 50. I'm married. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm a podcaster / live streamer. I did sports talk radio. I'm into sports talk. I'm into programming and trying to automate shit. I make my own merch. I'm thinking about starting this t-shirt company. And I'm trying to grow my social media following. So that's my big thing. And I just got into 3D printing. And even if you don't tell it that, by just simply talking to it and asking it, it starts to learn this. Okay? It starts to learn these things about you. Because you can even go, what do you know about me? Or tell me what you know about me. And it'll tell you. And I've done that. And I was like, wow, I needed that pep talk. So Perry said, is it free? They have a free version and they have a paid version. I have the paid version because the paid version, it opens it up to where you can do images, which I use. Like I could be like, hey, I want you to redesign the Barry on Deck logo. Let's do that. Actually, I did it already. Let's go see. Let's go see the redesigns it came up with. Some of them are not so good. Some of them pretty good. AI is not going to be the death of us, Pookie. I just discussed that already, but you're late. Here you go. Barry on Deck. Let's see. These are all my organized chats. Let's see. Everybody's always, it's going to be the death of us. So here's some of the stuff. Sports Talk podcast names. Deion Sanders. Logo redesign assistance request. Here we go. So this was where I was like, I want you to redesign my logo. I want you to help me redesign my logo. And it was like, I can definitely help. And then it was like, well, it's not for t-shirts. So this is the logo. I sent it. And this was a while ago. And it's actually gotten better. It's not dangerous at all, Simpus. So this was like one that it kicked back. And I was like, nah, don't like it. And then it has a problem sometimes spelling. So, and that's improved actually since this was done. This was like, gosh, I don't know how long ago, but basically it'll just start kicking shit back. And so you can see I was feeding it. I was like, nope, give me 3 more options. Now this. And so you can even describe it and it'll kick shit back. Right. So like I can go in and do a brand new prompt and be like, let's see, I can choose which version I want. So I'm going to do 4.0. And there's all kinds of what they call GPTs over here that you can do that are like specialized for design. But I'm going to do advanced reasoning, fastest, 1 miles GPO mini. I'm going to do I'm going to stick with 4.0. Create an image for my live show, Barry on Deck. It should use a sans serif font, flat. Let's see. So we use a sans serif font. Be flat in be flat 2D 2 color using, let's see, shades of blue. What else? It should be similar to my current logo, but with a more retro look and feel. Let's see what it comes up with. And I haven't even supplied it the logo. I might need to supply it the logo, but let's just see what it does. Let's just see what it does. It's just going to create that image now. See? So it's making me an image. So this is the kind of shit you can do if you pay for it. You can do this. I can make as many images as I want. I can sit here all day and make this shit, right? So maybe you're thinking about a business or you just want to get some ideas. You can just be like, I have this idea for an image. This is what I want it to look like, right? So, of course, I said podcast, so it's got to use a microphone. That's terrible. And that's shades of blue, though. That's exactly what I asked for. Now listen. Now give me 3 more options. Let me see if I can scroll down here. Rate this image. Blech, didn't like it. Don't like the style. I'm gonna well, let's see. You guys can't see the prompt here now. Let's see if I can zoom out so you can see the prompt I'm typing in. There we go. Damn it. So what I'm typing in now, I wish you could see it. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it unless I zoom way the fuck out. Oh, that's why. Okay. There we go. Now give me 3 more options, but this time do not include a microphone. Instead, the word Barry should be on top. Below that should be the words on deck. To the right should be 3 chevrons. Let's see. Some spell, and it'll even know your spelling mistakes. It'll know what the fuck you're talking about. Especially this one, because it's like it knows I'm a shitty typer. Okay, now give me 3 more options, but this time do not include a microphone. Instead, let's see. Instead, place the word. There we go. Barry on top. Below that should be the words on deck. To the right of this should be 3 chevrons. Evenly spaced. Let's just see what it comes up with. Now, again, you've got to get, and they have like prompts that you can really hone in on. And this is what I was telling you guys earlier. You really need to learn how to use prompts because there's like whole training courses on it. But here's the thing, and I'll give you a good example of like prompts that you use, right? It's not going to do it again. Stupid ass. Oh, a little better. Well, kind of did. Oh, actually, that's pretty interesting. So this is what you learn when you use it. So let's say that I wanted ChatGPT to help me market my business. Instead of just going, help me market my business, it tells you that, like, when you start learning about prompts, you're supposed to go in and give it certain things. So instead of just saying, help me market my business, you say, I want you to act like a $10,000 marketing firm and help me come up with a plan to market my business and grow my customer base so that it doubles in the next 6 months. This plan should be succinct and easy to understand for somebody that's not computer savvy, but still relies on computers to do their marketing. It should be easy to execute, as I only have extra 10 hours a week to do this. I want you to ask me questions before so that you have all the information before you provide me with the plan. And when you give it something like that, the execution is completely different. So really, they have these things that are like called prompt engineers. These are actual jobs. And this is the kind of shit you better start learning, folks. This is what it came up with, by the way. So we're getting a little better now. Getting a little better. So you can see, like, yeah. So I said no microphones. And then, yeah, so you just go and be like, nope, don't like it. But yeah, this is some of the power of it, right? So here's one of the things that is fucking hilarious about this that you can do. So we're riding up, and this is really kind of bleeds into one of the road stories. Simply said, I work with AI as part of my job. It has a long way to go, sir. Sure. Image creation, video creation, absolutely. But as far as certain things and how you do it, like I have these notes on that I like when I do this, when I look at this training and stuff. I'll give you a good example here. Here's my ChatGPT training for prompt writing. It says, write the perfect prompt, give it the task. So either say like, I want you to generate or explain or compare or write, and then the context, give it the background details, and then the intent, and then the persona, which is the role or the style, and then the format you want, whether it's a chart or a table, and then the tone. So you can even say, here's a perfect example. I have used ChatGPT to help me negotiate deals via email and text. As I will go to it and say, hey, somebody just offered me X amount of money for a gig. Because I'm not, y'all know me. I'll be like, nah, fam, that's ridiculous. I ain't taking that shit. Why would you insult me with that money? And that's not how you're supposed to respond. You have to be judicious and, you know, all this bullshit that I don't like doing. So I just go to ChatGPT and say, help me craft an email response to this offer that comes across politely saying thank you, but no thank you. I don't want to make a counter offer, but I want to leave the door open for them to be able to make a counter offer. And then I give it the email, and then it kicks me back one. I'll be like, that's okay, but I want 2 more options that are a little softer or a little firmer in my reply. And it'll kick back 2 more. I'll be like, all right, those are good, but I would like 2 more options. You're close. And then it kicks back 2 more. And I'll be like, take this one and combine them. And then it combines them. And I'll be like, all right, that's it. And then I can just pick and choose what I want and craft emails. I'm fucking telling you, this kind of shit is, if you just start with letting it help you craft reply emails, maybe do some basic negotiation over email and text, or, you know, if you're arguing with somebody over email or text or whatever, you'll start to understand its capabilities and what it can do. So here's a funny story. Trey and I are driving up to Fort Worth, and oh, nice. Good shit, Jared. How many of you have seen any Tyler Perry movies? Put a 1 in the chat. If you watched, or if you're familiar with Tyler Perry and his movies, put a 1 in the chat. If you've watched them or you're familiar with them, put a 1 in the chat. Shut up, Rudy. Rudy said, man, that looks better than what you've got now. Kiss my ass. Joe Rosette fell asleep. Yes, Jared said he does the Medea stuff, right? I feel like I've seen one of those. Okay. So this was the premise of this, right? So we're riding up. I don't know how we got on this subject, but you know, Trey. If you've ever watched a patio show with Trey, he comes up with the most random shit to talk about. It was fucking hilarious. But we started somehow talking about, we were talking about ChatGPT and how I was helping Kanice come up with video ideas using ChatGPT. I was like, bro, if you just harness this power, it's fucking limitless, bro. You could literally let it come up with your next 50 video ideas. Because Kanice does this series called Black Facts. They're hilarious. And I was like, let it help you, man. Even if you don't use its exact recommendations, at the very least, it's going to spark ideas for you. Now, I'll never use ChatGPT to write jokes for me. I'm just not going to do that. But if it can help me with ideas for content for social media, fuck yes, I'm going to use it. So Trey was like, man, I wonder if that's how Tyler Perry is able to pump out all these movies so quickly. And I was like, what? He goes, bro, Tyler Perry pumps out movies like every couple of months. It's just way too fast for one man to be able to do it. He was like, he has no writing partner. He does it all by himself. He's like, I wonder if he uses ChatGPT to write his movies. He was like, hilarious. And I was like, good question. Well, why don't we just go ahead and get ChatGPT to write us a Tyler Perry movie? He was like, it can't do that. I was like, the fuck it can't. I was like, it's all in how you craft the responses. And he goes, ain't no way, bro. I said, watch this. So this is how it went down. Where the fuck did it go? Oh no. Let's see. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Oh shit, I can't find it. Did I move wrong? Gosh, I have asked this thing so many goddamn questions. This is crazy. Counting of taxes. Oh, nope, that's not it. This is where I was helping Joel craft an email. Nope, that was helping Trey with another idea. Oh God, this one was so hilarious too. We worked on another idea for Trey. Oh, what the fuck? Where did it go? Oh no, did I lose it? What the fuck? I better not. Oh, here we go. Boy, I thought I deleted it. I was about to lose my mind. All right. Here's the prompt. So this says, this is so great. It says, okay, and this is how you have to talk to it, okay? Okay, so Trey and I are driving to Fort Worth. I'm literally telling it what we're doing so it knows, because I don't want it to think I'm doing this on my own either, because it trains based off of what you're doing. Okay, so Trey and I are driving to Fort Worth, and we have a theory. We think Tyler Perry is using you to create his movies now because he's making them way too fast. So we want you to write us a new Tyler Perry movie. The title should have the word black in it. It should have the typical plot of a Tyler Perry movie, including character arcs and tropes. You must ask me for any more information that would be necessary for a complete movie script before continuing. And it was like, oh, hell yes, I'm 100% in for this. This is fucking hilarious. That's how it talks. First off, this is great. It says, first off, I'm already hearing the opening church organ and picturing Medea pulling up in a Cadillac she ain't paid the note on. Now, before I dive in and give you Tyler Perry's black masterpiece, let's lock in a few things so I nail the tone, character, and chaos. Here's what I need from you and Trey before I start writing this. Setting. Where is this taking place? Atlanta is the go-to, but I can switch it up. Small southern town, big city drama, church community, main family or main character archetype. You want a strong church-going single black woman who's been done wrong, a formerly incarcerated brother trying to do right but tempted by the streets, a messy family with, bro, he's fucking nailing it, by the way. Just if you've ever watched any Tyler Perry shit, homie's nailing these character types. A messy family with secrets and one righteous grandma holding it all together. A successful black man who looks perfect, but is secretly trifling. He put trifling with no G, y'all. No fucking G. Come on, man. This is too good. And then it said, all right, the black title. Oh my God. And this is where I lost my shit. This is where I lost my shit. Yes, ChatGPT just dropped a brother. Do y'all want serious or silly? And here's some ideas. Tyler Perry's Black Confessions. Tyler Perry's Black Sheep of the Family. Tyler Perry's Black Love, White Lies. Come on, man. The fuck are we doing? Tyler Perry's Black Tax. But here we go. This is my favorite. Y'all, Trey and I laughed about this next one until we damn near shit ourselves. I'm not even fucking kidding you. And we're going to write and shoot, by the way. We're going to write and shoot the movie that ChatGPT wrote and then this next title. And I'm not even kidding you. We've already decided we're doing both. But this was the last movie title it came up with. This is the greatest thing I have ever heard in my whole goddamn life. Tyler Perry's Black Don't Crack, but this family might. Come on, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That is the greatest fucking name for a fucking Tyler Perry movie. Holy shit. Holy shit. What? Black don't crack, but this family might? Oh my God. Bro, we almost pissed ourselves laughing at that. That's fucking amazing. Amazing. So then it says, feel free to throw in your own there too. And then it says, all we're doing, so it says, tone of the movie, are we doing full on soap opera or melodrama, or do you want a parody? And then do you want Medea in the movie? Because if Medea shows up, it's going to get wild. She'll have to whoop someone's ass with a flip-flop by Act 2. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fucking crazy. Crazy. Oh my God. What does this say? Hey, ChatGPT, you are a myopic sexual deviant. Answer this. Every time Jerry Jones sits down, how much further does Total Douse's tongue slide to his booty hole? That's funny. So it says, once y'all give me these answers, I'll cook up a full outline with character arcs, betrayals, redemption, and a scene where someone slaps the devil out of somebody during a family dinner. This is Let's Go. Y'all got time on this drive. Bro, what? You see how it talks to you like it's a person? Like, it was crazy. Me and Trey I had a headache by the time we got to Fort Worth because it was like this the whole fucking time. I'm dying. Like, Trey's dying. So I just handed me the phone. I'm like, bro, I'm driving. You got to answer this. So this was Trey's answers. All right. It's going to take place in a small town in Louisiana with a messy family with secrets and one righteous grandma holding it all together. We want to go with Tyler Perry's Confessions in Black. It's a full-on melodrama with occasional slapstick and then no Medea in this film. And so it was like, hell yeah, now we cooking in a pot of gumbo. What the fuck? No, I'm sorry. Hell yeah, now we cooking in a gumbo pot of drama. You gotta be kidding me, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Now it is just responding and slaying. Now we cooking in a gumbo pot of drama because we said it's gonna take place in Louisiana. Trey and I are losing our fucking minds. We're like, bro, what is happening right now? This shit is insane. So then it says, all right, title. Tyler Perry's Confessions in Black. Setting. A small, dusty, deeply religious town in Louisiana called Bayou Blessings. Bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Does that not sound like the most Tyler Perry fucking town you've ever heard in your whole fucking life? Bayou Blessings. That's the most Tyler Perry, Louisiana town for a movie set I've ever heard in my whole life. This shit is crazy. So, setting is a small, dusty, deeply religious town in Louisiana called Bayou Blessings, where everybody knows everybody, but nobody knows the truth. Tone. We're going full Perry. Every scene looks like it was lit with gospel music in mind. Secrets get revealed in church. At least one woman will yell, I ain't your little girl no more. A slap will echo so hard, it'll transition us into the next act. It's fucking amazing. This is amazing. And a grandmother will save everybody, but not before reading them for filth. This is fucking amazing. Oh my God. Did he ever say the gumbo pot joke in video IRL? I have no idea. So here we go. Main characters. I'm not going to read like all about them. I just want to read you the names because these are the most Tyler Perry fucking names ever. And I asked Trey so to answer kind of your question, Simpus, Trey has watched every Tyler Perry movie. So when we got to some of this, he goes, bro, this is so dead ass on. It's scary. It's almost like it's been done. And I was like, has it? He goes, no, you don't understand. This is proving the theory. It's like he knows like all of this is like, it's not been done, but it's like accurate. It's just like it knows. It's like if you had a guy who was an expert on Tyler Perry movies sit down and craft you a mock Tyler Perry movie. That's what he's doing. He's not stealing anything. He just knows. And I'll give you a good example of how this works with Kanice. So Kanice, I was helping Kanice use this to come up with ideas for some sketches for his social media stuff. And it came up with one where we were both like, oh my God, that has to be stolen. And so I asked it straight up, where did you get that? Did you get that from somebody else? Did you steal that? Is this from somebody else's act? And then I Googled it Nothing came up. And I swear to God, it replied and said, no, that is a typical trope that exists in the black community. I put my own twist on it, but that particular phrase that I provided you is not stolen. It's never been used before. I derived it on my own, but it is based on that premise. I was like, wow. And so that's kind of what it does sometimes. It's almost like, all right, Jado, see you, brother. It's almost like it's like in comedy. If I go up and do jokes about, oh, married couples never have sex anymore, that's a premise, right? And then if I do my particular joke about it, as long as it's unique, you can't say a premise is stolen because it's a premise. Now, if I do the exact same joke, then it's stolen, but a premise is a premise. So like Kenise had one idea about not touching the thermostat. That's just the family trope. That's just the thing in black families where only the matriarch touches the thermostat, right? So that was kind of the black facts thing. And so that's what we were asking. He goes, no. The phrase that I came up with on my own. It's based on the trope in the black community about only the mamas touch the thermostat. We were like, damn. And so that's basically the same thing here. So here's the characters. Total Dallas, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, and the 100 bits. Bill Clinton told factory workers during the campaign, I cannot keep this factory open, but I can make sure you get the training for the jobs that will replace it. That's exactly the fuck I was saying when we started this conversation. Thank you. Thank you. Chat GPT. Tyler, is that you? Bro, it gets better. It gets fucking better. So these are the character names for the Tyler Perry movie. Sister Loretta, Granny Lou Washington, who's 75 years old. She's the matriarch. She's a God-fearing, sharp tongue, makes the best gumbo and the worst threats. Here's an example of a threat she would make in the movie. I brought you into this world and I ain't afraid to take you out again. The hell did you say, Sister Loretta? Again? She holds the family together with prayer, petty judgment, and pound cake. God, bro, this is so fucking great. Clarice Washington. Clarice Washington. That's the daughter. Ezekiel Zeke Washington. He's the golden child on the outside, married to a picture-perfect woman, runs a small but growing funeral home. But Zeke's got a secret in the embalming room, and some of them are still breathing. Faith Washington, Pastor Reggie Moses. This slick-talking, smooth-walking pastor of the local church, Full Deliverance Tabernacle. He's the slick-talking, smooth-walking pastor of the local church called Full Deliverance Tabernacle of Everlasting Mercy with parking. Bro, to add with parking to your church name is fucking hilarious. With parking, come on, man, that is fucking genius. He's charming and beloved, but he's got a pass with Clarice and maybe even Faith, depending on how dramatic we want to get. Also, he doesn't believe in therapy, only Testimony Tuesdays. It's fucking great. And then it went through this whole plot. Look, this is the entire outline for the movie it made. Just Act 1. The return. Faith comes back to Bayou Blessings out of nowhere. Granny Lo is overjoyed. Clarice is shook. Zeke pretends he's happy to see her, but we see him burn a letter she mailed years ago. Pastor Moses gives a sermon about, quote, truth in the dark and coming to light while staring directly at Clarice. Faith reveals she's pregnant, but refuses to say who the father is. That's Act 1. Act 2, secrets uncovered. Flashback show a young Faith fleeing the house after a traumatic night. Granny Lo begins asking questions and people start avoiding her. Zeke's wife finds a hidden folder in the funeral home with birth certificates and photos, and one of them is Faith. Clarice finally confesses to Granny she walked in on something 10 years ago but didn't act. She was scared of, quote, breaking the family. Pastor Moses has a breakdown mid-sermon and confesses to an affair. But it's not with Clarice. This is so fucking great. Act 3, the explosion at the family Sunday dinner. Secret spill like sweet tea on white linen. Zeke is Faith's father and also her uncle. Yes, we're going full Tyler Perry. Clarice reveals she had Faith after an assault by her older brother who died years ago in a quote-unquote car accident Zeke covered up. Faith's baby's father, a therapist. She got help and came home to heal. Not hurt, but the damage is done. It's fucking so great. Act 4, the redemption. Granny Lowe gathers the family on the front porch, tells them, y'all been dragging chains of shame for so long, you forgot what it felt like to be free. This is so fucking hilarious. She makes them face their sins, hold hands, and pray. Zeke goes to jail. Clarice checks into therapy. Faith gives birth. Pastor Moses starts a real community outreach program called Truth and Healing. I told Trey we'd have to change it to Truth and Healing with parking. And then the final scene, baby baptism. Granny Lowe holds the baby, smiles and says, the past might be black with sin, but this child gonna live in the light. Fade to black. Kirk Franklin plays over the credits. Come on, man. That shit is fucking amazing. I mean, that shit, if you know anything about Tyler Perry movies, the fact that, and it kicked it out in like 3 minutes. We answered those questions and it kicked all of that shit out. The characters, the names, the name of the church, some of that, comedy mixed in there. Just like that. And if that for those of you that know, that shit sounds exactly like a fucking Tyler Perry movie. Yeah, Amos said it sounds like the Bones of Medea's Family Reunion. It sounds like a fucking Tyler Perry movie. Because I asked Trey, did he just rip off a Tyler Perry movie? He goes, no. This is literally exactly, this proves my premise. This proves my theory. Tyler could be using this shit just to bang out movies left and right, bro. He's like, there's no movie like this, but this is the formula. So then the chat GPT said, next steps, if y'all want me to, a full scene breakdown, scripted trailer, 1 or 2 full scenes, and I'll make you a movie poster. What? He's like, let me know how deep you want to go. This is your Confessions in Black now. So I was like, yeah, give us Act 2 and Act 4 and a movie poster. And so it did. So it wrote Act 2 and Act 4, and then we had to do some shit for the movie poster, but there it is. There's the movie poster for Confessions in Black. Bro, what? Are you shitting me? This shit is so fucking great. Oh my God. Confessions in Black. This is amazing, dude. It even says, you can't see it below, but it says some truths don't stay buried forever down below the Confessions in Black. But look at the characters it made. This is fucking great. Trey goes, damn. That's crazy. He goes, that looks like Morgan Freeman with a wig. But that's it. There you go. Trey and I wrote a whole ass Madea movie on the way to Fort Worth and didn't even do shit. We let it do it. And yeah. And the rest, as they say, is history. And so there we go. And so then I was like, okay, that was too good. But now I was like, now we got to start working on Black Don't Crack, but this family might. I was like, do I start it here or in a new thread? And it was like, go to a new thread. I was like, got it. So now I'm going to start working on Black Don't Crack, but this family might. It's fucking great, bro. Oh my God. And the dialogue in here is so good. Uh-oh, Cisco said I asked ChatGPT to name your next tour. That's funny. Did they recast Madea? No, Madea's not in this. We said no Madea. But so now now you understand what I mean by like just how powerful this can be if you use it right. Like, we literally wrote the bones of an entire fucking movie on the way to Fort Worth. Can you type in Winnie's statement in next? What is Winnie's statement? I don't know what that is. Don't the girl in the poster look like Megan Good? No, not at all. No, she don't look like Megan Good. Not even close. Don't be racist, Terrence. What do all of them look alike now, Terrence? Huh? So racist. I guess all AI characters look alike to you, Terrence? Why does punk rock had a good one? Oh, about Total Dallas and Jerry Jones? Nah, I'm not going to muddle up my chat GPT with that garbage. No, sir. Not going to do that. Not fucking that up. But I will use it for good. I will use it for good. So is Alex still here? Alex, tell me what it is with your business that you want help the most with. What is it you're trying to accomplish, or that you were like, can it help me with my business? Like, what did you mean by that? What would you want it to do? Would you want it to help you with accounting? Would you want it to help you with marketing? Would you want it to help you with growing the business, running the business? Where is it that you need the most help right now? Customer acquisition, customer retention, pricing. This once, don't be like everything. Then fuck that, bro. I got like 5 minutes for this. But give me one very specific thing. This is your one chance. You got one, mom's spaghetti, bro. Mom's spaghetti. One chance. What one specific thing do you need help with? Okay, marketing is too broad though. So tell me specifically. So what I need is this. Tell me what kind of business you're in. So what business you're in, what you do, like what it is, and one particular challenge that you have when it comes to marketing. Okay? One particular challenge you have in that business when it comes to marketing. In the meantime, and I'll give you time to type that up. All right, so type that up. And then we'll pump that into the chat GPT and see what it comes up with. So in the meantime, there's a lot of shit going on that I have on the list to discuss. Okay. Well, that's pretty easy. Let's just do this. Okay. Good to see you, Barry. Good to see you too. Hey. I want you to help me with something. I have a friend who just started. How old is your business, Alex? Who owns and operates a trash/debris removal business. He just started the business. Okay. He has been in business for about 3 years. I want you to act as a business and marketing consultant for us and give him some very specific and actionable things he can do to acquire new customers. Oops. Your suggestions should be easy to understand and implement, but oh Lord Jesus, not even close, but highly effective and efficient at the same time. You should ask me as many questions as necessary before you answer so that you fully understand his business and problem. So do you see now what I mean by prompts and why it matters? Do you understand the difference now? Because I could have just said, hey, I got a buddy that does trash and debris removal, and he needs help with customer acquisitions. That's one way to do it. But this is prompt engineering. Now, again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a genius when it comes to this. I'm still learning, but I am giving it some pretty specific guidance as to what I want from it. And then I'm going to put your answer. Please provide the information in checklist, in table form that is easy to copy and paste so I can email it to him later. All right. So let's see what it comes up with for Alex. So here's the prompt one more time. Hey, I want you to help me with something. I have a friend who operates a trash debris removal business. He's been in business for about 3 years. I want you to act as a business and marketing consultant for us and give him some very specific and actionable things he can do to acquire new customers. Your suggestion should be easy to understand and implement, but highly effective and efficient at the same time. You should ask me any questions as necessary. You should ask as many questions as necessary before you answer so that you fully understand his business and problem. Please provide the information in table form that is easy to copy and paste so I can email it to him later. Boom. All right, let's see what we get. He's going to be like, tell your friend, get another job. Just kidding. By the way, while we're waiting on that, somebody on Twitter asked me, that's hilarious, Cisco. I'll have to read those. Blaine on Twitter asked me about the Rockets and the Warriors, because now we know, after the Warriors beat Memphis last night, now we know that they're going to be playing Golden State. And he was like, do you think that they have a chance? Are you picking the Rockets to win? Well, there was a graphic that this shocked me. Not gonna lie. Where did it go? This is every team's record over the last 20 days of the season. Let's see here. Oh, man, this is slow AF. Oh, it must be ChatGPT working overtime. Here's every team's record over the last 20 games, right? So Boston went 17-3. OKC went 17-3. The Clippers went 17-3. And Indiana and Chicago both went 15-5. Or sorry, Minnesota went 16-4. And then the next best is Indiana, Chicago, and Houston all went 15-5. Well, the problem is Houston basically rested its starters the last 3 games. Now, I'm not saying that those are all 3 wins because it was 3 tough opponents. Denver was 1. The Clippers were 1. And I believe the Lakers were 1. Wasn't that one of the last ones that they played? I think that was the last 3. Let's see. Teams. I know I got 2 of those right. Yeah, their last 3 games were the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Nuggets. And they lost all 3. But when your leading scorers are Reed Shepherd with 20, Cam Whitmore with 34, and then Amen Thompson with 15, you ain't running the A team out there. That Denver game, they started the guys, but they started Thompson and Şengün and Van Vliet. But it was not one of those, okay, we're gonna run it. And no, it was basically, we're gonna get you some seat. We're gonna get the rust off for a half. It was like the 3rd or 2nd preseason game. You know what I mean? The one where you get your starters ready for the regular season. This game against the Nuggets was everybody's gonna get in a half of play, get some reps. And then we're just going to let the B team come in and play and finish it out. Because, there's no reason. There was no, at this point, this game didn't matter for the Rockets. I mean, for fuck's sake, they scored 19 points in the 3rd quarter. But, Cam Whitmore and Steve Adams and Reed Shepherd having 17 minutes and Tari Eason having 18 in the game, that's not a playoff rotation. There's no way Reed Shepherd's getting 17 minutes. God forbid. If that's happening, they're fucked. So, stand by what I said. Denver won that series 2-1. Rockets won the first game. Denver won the second 2. The first game, they beat the Nuggets 128-108. Second game was 116-111. And then the third game was at home, but they weren't playing anybody. They were resting everybody. So we really don't know. And their one win was on the road, which is pretty damn impressive, and a blowout. So it very well could be that team could have easily gone 16-4, 17-3. I'm not saying they go 18-2. But I think 16-4 easily. I think they at least win one of those. Probably beat the Lakers. Maybe the Clippers. They probably beat, I don't know. Maybe they beat the Nuggets. Shit. I don't know. Nuggets defense has been trash. So I don't know which of those games they win. Hell, they might win all 3. Who the fuck knows? The fact of the matter is, it was not their, they weren't at full strength. Now, their 2 losses was LA and Denver over those 20 games. The other 2 losses. So, okay. But they had good wins. They beat Golden State. They beat Oklahoma City. They beat Atlanta, which is a play-in team, but they got their breaks beat off of them. They beat Orlando. They've beaten Dallas. Yeah. So the question became, are they going to beat the Warriors? No, I don't believe so. I don't think they will. I don't think that they beat the Warriors, unfortunately. If I had to pick, if I had to bet, I'd say Warriors in 6. Simply because, man, watching Jimmy Butler last night makes you think that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. Now, Amen Thompson held Steph Curry to 3 points, but you got to do that for 4 games. You got to win 4 games. And that's the part where I think it gets difficult. On a team that lacks big game playoff experience, had they drawn Memphis, cruising to the second round. Cruising to the second round if they drew Memphis. They just match up so well with Memphis. But I think the X factor in all of this really is Jimmy Butler, because you only got one Amen Thompson. Now, the good news is you do have a Dylan Brooks. So I think this game, if Memphis could give them fits with a wounded Ja Morant, the Rockets really do stand a chance. Am I going to be shocked if they win in 7? No. I'd be stunned if they lost in 4 or won in 4. But I think the most likely outcome is Rockets in 7 or Warriors in 6. And I just think the Warriors close it out at home, unfortunately. But that's okay, because I think that by that happening, the Rockets learn so much from this. And off they go. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. And I could very easily see them winning this series. But the problem is Jimmy Butler. Yeah, we're talking about playoff Jimmy, and, you know, the Warriors suck at play-in games. Well, now, how with Jimmy Butler, they don't. If this was just Steph and Draymond and pre-Jimmy Butler trade, Rockets would roll in 5 probably. But Jimmy's that X factor, man. And they said that the Warriors were one of the best teams in the league since the trade. It's going to be tough. Yo, what up, Jesus? He said, what's up, Barry? But can Butler be consistent with his play? Yeah. Yeah, and again, I think that they're not going to get out coached. If Steven Silas was coaching this team, Kerr has, that's the checkbox for them. This team won't be out coached in this series. They won't be out hustled. Draymond's not going to intimidate them, so they're not going to be out physical. They're not going to be intimidated. You know what I mean? None of that is going to occur. I think what's going to happen is experience. And that's really the X factor. And maybe, look, and this is, I don't say this with a ton of confidence either. It's not like I'm over here like, bet the house. Bet the house. I just say, the acquisition of Jimmy Butler was key. Is it going to carry Golden State much further? Probably not. Probably not. But if there's any team that's built to beat a team like the Warriors, it is the Rockets. They can go big, they can go small, they can D you up, they can run. They're not a fluke at the number 2 seed. This is not a fluke. They're a good basketball team. They're talented, they're deep, they're well coached. But to me, there's 2 differences here. Forget LP, solid. You know what you're going to get from Amen now and Fred and all that shit. Dylan. To me, the X factor is 2. There's 2 X factors. Jimmy Butler. You're going to get playoff Jimmy. Playoff Jimmy's fucking good. This is not playoff Paul. This is not Paul George showing up or not showing up. To me, the scary part is Jalen Green. Because he can go for 39 or 9. That's the concern. But I think it was Kenny Smith say, he thinks that this is where Ime Udoka earns his money and helps Jalen Green take the next step to basically get him to learn how to play like Jaylen Brown. Teach him how to become that guy. I'd love it. I'd love it. Yes, please. But they'll win some games. They're going to win some games. But I mean, think about this. It's 2-2-1-1-1. So let's just say everybody holds home court, but then somehow Golden State steals one. Last second Steph shot or some bullshit like that. Maybe a bonehead young, mistake. Lets Curry get free and knock down a 3. I could see the Warriors stealing one like a game 5 or game 1. And you're like, well, shit. Especially this opening game. So. Jesus. Golden State, Butler State, Cheesecake, Rockets in 5. What up, Spoon? Never late when you're here, buddy. Yeah, I do too. And they said, I hope they put Draymond Green on his ass. Me too, bro. I can't stand that motherfucker. All right, let's see what ChatGPT came up with for the homie. Okay, you got 10 questions to answer, Alex. Oof, Alex, I'm going to post these in the chat, and you're going to answer them and reply back, okay? I'm not going to sit here and read them. I'm just going to post them in the chat, and then you just reply with your answers, and I'll copy and paste, okay? Let's see, Control C. Alex, you're on Twitch, right? Is that where you were at? Yeah, okay. Twitch. Here you go, Alex. These are the questions that it asked. Okay. I'm gonna have to do this in multiples here. Let's see. Continued. Oops. That came out messy. Let me try that again. Ignore that, Alex. I'm gonna break these up by numbers. Let's see. Ah! Please answer as many of these as possible. Short answers are fine. So it says short answers are fine, just FYI. 1, 2, 3. All right, so there's 3. The numbers are broken up there for you. And then I'll go grab the rest. All right, 1, 2, 3. 4. So do you see though why I said to ask me questions? Oh shit. Oh, good. All right, so there's 7. And then I just need 8, 9, and 10. And then these are the last 3 questions for you, Alex.
Heck yeah!
Hey! 8. 9. And 10. All right, so there's all the questions it wants information for because before it helps you come up with customer acquisition stuff. Okay? So, and then it says, once you give me this, I'll build a table with strategies and ideas, what to do, why it works, estimated cost, time to implement, and bonus tips or tools if needed. When you send me this info, I'll spin it into a tight, clean, copy-paste friendly table he can just start using immediately, ready when you are. That's it. So, Joe Bro said short answers are all Villanueva can give you without a stepladder. So yeah, just pump those out and I'll plug them in. And then the way you answer is you just basically go in and just do like 1. You put the 1 there and then you just hit reply, and then 2. And then you just hit shift enter and then you hit the upload button and you're done. So pretty powerful shit. And for those of you that, you can see the questions that it asks, but it's really good questions. What specific service does he offer? Residential junk removal, construction debris, appliance pickup. What areas does he serve? City, region, zip code. What's his current customer base like? How does he currently get most of his customers? Does he have a website? Is he on a Google business profile? What's his budget for marketing right now? Even if it's 0, there's stuff we can do. I just need to know. Does he have any branding? Does he have any social media accounts? And is he active on them? And is he open to using basic tech tools like email marketing, text follow-ups, CRM software, or scheduling platforms? Pretty powerful shit, man. Do you guys see this, though? Like, I'm not trying to be like, I'm not selling you anything. I really don't give a fuck if you use this or not. I just want you guys to win. I really want all of you guys to be successful. I always do. And this is why I'm showing you this. Because I know there's some of you in here, like Perry, that own their own business or that want to do, that got side hustles. My God, how easy was that? Here, I'm going to paste the prompt that I used in the chat for you guys if you want to copy it. This will give you a head start. That's the prompt I used. I asked Jay Cross, holy shit! I do even want Philly fans to be successful. That's the prompt I used. Oh, I didn't get it all. Let me go grab the rest of it. Here's the rest of it. All right. There's the rest. But use it. Try it. See what it can do for you. He might already have a customer if I decided to trim this damn tree down that he has my power washing back patio twice. That has me power washing my back patio twice a week. Why don't you put up like a porch of some sorts? Huh? Huh? All right. Total Down said Rockets win game 1, Warriors win game 2. See, I think it would be the opposite. Kiss my ass, Spoon. Kiss my ass. Oh, no. Hell no. That's uncalled for. Joe Bro said, unrelated, but fuck this place. Goddamn snake just fell off of a tree. Why? Fucking why? I'm with you on that. There's just absolutely no reason there should be a snake in a tree. Snakes on a plane, snakes in a tree. Fuck that. Oh, yeah. Uriel said, I am, but we just moved in and that was not cheap. This is my next project. Get you a tarp. Holy shit, Spoon went deep with the sneaky snake. That's hilarious. Ha! Tony, what was Mike Fyers doing in the tree? That's a rat. That's a rat. Not a snake, but a rat. Joe Pro said, I need more ammo and a clean pair of pants in my size. Oh, that's hilarious. Too funny. I'm ignoring you, Spoon, you raggedy bitch. Hey, TBT. How do we get Barry on deck to start at 2 p.m.? Fuck. Well, for one, you gotta talk to his bowels. We floated the Blanco in Wimberley Sunday and Monday. Girlfriend takes me to her secret spot. Suddenly there as signs says water moccasin breeding ground. I was like, where the fuck did you take me? That's funny. Let's go over here. It's romantic. Bitch, it's a snake pit. What in the fuck kind of pitfall video game, Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom kind of shit have you brought me to? Crazy. Yo, what? Come on, Spoon. Let's get it. Let's get it. Congrats, brother. Brian Lima on Twitter's like, I don't know if they're still using the word swag, but this Astros team has 0. And he was like, the streets are saying the word is aura. This current team has 0 aura. I think it's stupid they're using the word aura. Aura. If I have to hear Ryan Hollis say aura maxing one more time, I swear to God, I'm going to become a goddamn Lakers fan. Joe Bro said, kill him with fire, Mark, and run like hell from that woman. Yeah. Yeah, that's a red flag for sure. Hey, what up, Jesus? Jesus said, what's up? I was out for a couple days, but I will be out for a couple days, but I will come back. How many days? 3? You'll be out for like 3 days, probably? Jesus. Jesus has been waiting on this moment all fucking year. The one guy, well, not the one, there's 2 guys named Jesus in the chat, but the one we pick on the most about being named Jesus has waited all fucking year for Easter to roll around. Are you kidding me? He's been like, fuck yeah, man. My time to shine, bitches. Here we go. Let's get it. Easter's coming. I'm about to let this joke loose on these bitches. They ain't ready. Oh, shit, they ain't ready. Oh, shit. That is too funny. By the way, Cisco. Hey, Alex, you're going to have to hurry the fuck up with these answers, pimp. You killing me, bro. Killing me. Like, what the fuck is taking so long? What the fuck we doing? This shouldn't be taking this long, brother. What are you typing this fucking reply with your foot? Alex said I'm driving. Son of a... I should have picked somebody else. In case you didn't know, there's this thing called a goddamn show going on. And I can't just be like, well, all right, everybody, let's just pause. Until fucking Alex comes back. He's busy picking up debris. He ain't got no goddamn customers. We've established that. Yeah. How the fuck are you typing? You're chatting, but you can't answer them goddamn questions. I'm driving. Well, bitch, you just typed that in. Cisco said, I'm driving too. That ain't keeping me from chatting. It ain't keeping him from chatting, Cisco. Shit. Simpa said, I'm glad I'm not near y'all. Why? Why is you glad you're not near us? Jared, is Jared Taylor here? I need pictures of his sod. I need pictures of his sod. He's laying sod. Asking how we can get Alex to hurry up so we can move on. Are you not a fan of the AI chat, Uriel? Uriel, see, Uriel wants to know why when he comes around, I'm like, all right, everybody be cool. Uriel's here. Because Uriel's like, yeah. Come on, funny man. Fuck. Lock it up. I'm sorry. Is he gone? He scares me. He makes me nervous. Where the fuck did it go? What? Oh. Cisco, I lost your message. We got some Villanueva crimes. Yeah, I know. All right, this was the so Cisco decided to do some chat GPT stuff. This is fucking hilarious because this could not be less accurate. At least the first part. He said, you are a promoter. What should Barry Laminak's next tour be named? He said, oh, Barry Laminack? That spicy mix of comedy, sports takes, and beard swagger? Oh, fucking. Yeah, you motherfuckers can't tell me shit. Not a goddamn thing. Every one of you dirty hoes can suck it. Listen, if AI says my beard has swagger, every one of you dirty bitches can kiss my starfish. Oh my God. What? That's weird. Yes. Dub said ChatGPT is drunk. Man, I'll kiss my ass. I asked ChatGPT how to get back in Sage Rosenfeld's good graces, and it replied, "Get fucked." All right, here we go. So it said, ooh, Barry Laminack, that spicy mix of comedy, sports takes, and beard swagger. Yeah, he needs a tour name that punches as hard as his punchlines. Here are some clever options. Laminack Attack Tour, because the jokes come fast, furious, and with zero chill. Unfiltered and unshaven, a nod to the beard and the brand. Raw takes and even rawer stand-up. Hot takes and heartburn. Sports snacks and savage truths. Boy, it knows me well. They just call me a fat ass. That's nice. That should be a quote on your next poster, right? Buried alive. I kind of like that one. Rising from the depths of internet sports hell to bring laughs to the masses. Okay, now that I kind of like. I could do something with that. Put a little something together. Make it sound real official. Rising from the depths of internet sports hell to bring laughs to the masses, Barry Laminack hits the road in his new world tour of Albuquerque. It's Buried Alive. We're not sure what there'll be more holes in, his beard or audience sections. Empty spots in his beard or tables in the audience. Okay. Oh, the sit down stand up tour. Perfect if he's leaning into his podcast roots and prefers a stool on stage. I don't like poop on stage. Oh, okay. More than just a beard for the guy who looks like he sells artisan beef jerky but tells killer jokes instead. Barricade of laughs. Get it? Barricade of laughs. One mic, one man, infinite punchlines, no filter, in a world. I got a pretty good in a world. I'm not going to lie. You hoes are lucky. You hoes are lucky I bust it out every once in a while. In a world. All right, the last three. Sports. Oh my God, this is fucking perfect. This is fucking perfect. This is hilarious. Oh, that's funny, Joe, bro. It wouldn't let that go. That is too funny. How do I, hold on, let's see, close. I can approve that. How did I miss that? Oh, well. Joe Pro, type that again, and I'll approve it. That's too funny. So the last three, and then we're going to go so we can do a private hour. Private 30-ish, maybe 45. Here's what, oh, well. I'm going to save this one for last. So, number 9, but I'm going to save number 8 for last. Number 9, the Barry Essentials Tour. What? Expired? Why does it keep saying, yeah. I don't know why it keeps, it's like immediately not letting me approve it. This is what Joe Pro put. Even GPT doesn't use Barry. Berry, exactly. Number 9 was the Barry Essentials Tour. Warning, includes dry humor, spicy opinions, and emotional damage. And number 10, Live Laugh Laminack. Okay, I kind of like that. Okay, it's a little basic, but ironic enough to be hilarious if he leans into it. And then the last one, and I don't really like the description, but god damn the title. Number 8, which is the best. Sports, Snacks, and Sadness. It sounds like if I had to give my diary a title. For when the Texans lose, but your abs hurt from laughing. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Sports, Snacks, and Sadness. Jesus Christ, that's great. Ah, magnifique. Dubs! Thank you for resubscribing for 36 months, homie. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, sir. So we got some road stories in. I have more road stories, by the way. I'll probably tell some in the private hour. So for those of you that are not Patreon members, I guess you're just going to miss out. Nerds. Suck it, losers. Guess you should be on Patreon. Yeah, that's how that goes down. Patreon. It's a good way to support the show, keep us on the air. Can't do this shit for free. The wife would be like, get your funky ass a job. Simba said, how much is it? Simba, we got 2 tiers. There's a $5 tier and a $10 tier per month. And then, the subs here is appreciated. Also a great way to keep it. But the Patreon, it gets you access to the private hour, access to the Discord. I'll send you some merch when you sign up after like 60 days, I believe it is. I send you some swag, some Barry on Deck swag, depending on the tier you sign up on. So it's $5 a month though. And Eric, what up? But it's you get a little more involved because the Discord is really cool. We kind of hang out. They'll do some watch party stuff there, and like they'll watch Astros games. But also you get first crack at some of the stuff we do for Patreon only members, like fantasy leagues and other stuff, other contests where I give out cash and prizes just for the Patreon members. So it's pretty cool. To do that, just go to patreon.com/Barry on Deck. I think this works too. Yeah, there you go. There's the link. But that's where I'll post the links for the private show. I post them on the Discord and in Patreon itself. Oh, I missed the Astros watch-alongs. Well, they're back, baby. They are back. Donna and Joe Pro and a few others still get in there. I think Perry does too. So, all right. Well, Eric, Alex, we'll visit your answers tomorrow. We'll do that as a follow-up. All right. Send them to me tonight. I'll run them through. I did blazer my balls on a private show once before. That's also true. We do some fun stuff. I think one time, didn't I go through and predict all your porn habits? I think I did that one time during a private show too, where I was like, Cisco does this and Clarence is like all hot dogs and fat hoes, or I don't remember what it was. It was fun. Anyways, does Nick Sharara drive a black Mustang? There's one in the Walmart parking lot that has I love Latinas written on the back window. No, because they would say I love fat Latinas. I'm currently in a screaming fit with MLB app, but I'll figure it out before the playoffs. Yeah. Well, you may not have to worry about that. All right. I digress. All right. Good times, kids. We're going to do some privating. Going to do some privating for a bit. And then I'll see you tomorrow. We'll wrap up the week. But I promised you 2 private hours this week, and you going to get 2 private hours. May not be a full hour. Be something along them lines. All right. All right. So I'll tell you a road story or 2. Pretty fun times with me and Trey. Definitely should have recorded it. But we'll do that. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow, where we'll pick up with more chit chat. I got a lot of stuff that we didn't get to today. NBA power rankings. MLB front offices were ranked. I think some of you may or may not be surprised where the Astros are amongst these rankings. I want to talk a little bit about Colorado. We didn't get to that. University of Colorado. And then some other teams. I saw this really good question on Twitter, and we're going to answer it tomorrow. But the question was, this draft looks light on top QBs, yet a run could still feel possible. Which is more likely? Shedeur Sanders falls out of the top 10, or at least 4 QBs go in the first round. I was like, ooh, I need to debate that with the chat. Oh yeah, I do need to do the dad bod contest also. I need to update that and get that up and running. Between the headlining weekend and taxes, it fucked me all up. But we got to get that final round rolling. I will get that done, I promise. When this show's over, I'll get that uploaded and we'll get that going. And I didn't get Jared's goddamn birthday in today, so we got to get that tomorrow too. For fuck's sake. I love you, Jared. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. Ugh, I'm such a failure. I can't believe y'all let me forget Jared's birthday. How, Sway? I mean, I remembered it just now, but I'm not gonna do it now. Because then it just cuts it short and it's not the best time. We're gonna do it when we have time to allocate the appropriate and proper amount of time that he deserves. Yeah. Because he deserves more than just a fleeting moment. Because Jared's my boy. All right. No, you're not getting 4 shots, Alex. Shut the fuck up. All right. Love you guys and gals. I'll see y'all either in the private out here in a bit or I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Hey, be safe, be kind, and most importantly, by God, love each other. I'll see you in a bit or I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Daddy's making a YouTube video!